Yeah, we faded that early just so we could get to another song. This I'd like to dedicate to my friend Van Dyke and his wife Sally. It's called I Really Want to Know You. Yes, that was Hold On by Wilson Phillips, who happened to be two of my daughters and their good friend China Phillips. This is Brian Wilson with you, trying to rock with you anyway. And now here's something for Dr. Landy and his wife Alexandra, David Byrne. Yeah, so far now, you've heard Let Me Serenade You by Three Dog Night, Carolla No by the Beach Boys, Stop Your Fussin' by Tony Childs, Really Want to Know You by Gary Wright, My Obsession by the Rolling Stones, Hold On by Wilson Phillips, Dirty Old Town by David Byrne, and Rhapsody in Blue by George Gershwin. Well, now, back in 1963, Phil Spector recorded a song called, an album actually called A Christmas Gift for You. Now, on this album, I would like to play for you cut number 9, which is called Winter Wonderland. And I want you to listen to it because it really has a lot of feeling in the background track. So get into it. Here we go. Hello, this is, I'm a little confused here now. I think I've blown it here. I'd just like to say that I'm having a good time playing these records. And I hope you like my choice in music. I went to enough music school, but now we'd like to take a little break. And we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, this is Brian Wilson back again. I want to play for you now 409, which is one of our very first records we ever made. And I want you to listen to Mike Love's voice, because I think here's a guy who can sing good, and I sang very well myself on this record. This is 106.7 KROQ, KROQ, Pasadena, Los Angeles. And this is Brian Wilson, and I've been with you for the last hour. And we played a lot of groovy records, and we'll be here for 2 more hours, so stick around. And I'm sitting in tonight, actually, for Rodney Bingenheimer. I have the great honor of coming down here to be able to talk to you tonight. And we'll take a break now. We'll come back. Actually, let's don't take a break. Let's just go right into another record. And that was Gary Wright doing some of his really marvelous stuff. Now we're going to play Gary Wright again, but this time it's a song called Dreamweaver. And this one goes out to Natalie, Annie Paley's girlfriend. Here we go. Okay, you've been rocking with Brian for the last hour and almost last hour and 20 minutes. And now we've come back to the same record that I started with the top 3 songs that I played. And we're gonna this time I want everybody to listen to this record with a little more discretion, because I feel that this is a record that didn't really get as much recognition as it deserved. It's called Really Want to Know You by Gary Wright. Okay, now, this record goes out to a whole bunch of people. Wait a minute, before we play this record, let's talk to somebody. All right. Hi, Michael and David.
Hi, Brian.
Hi,
Brian.
That's Michael Bernard and David Fish, their group, the New Americans. We're going to play a couple things from them. But first, let's just talk a little bit and kind of like, well, what year did this all happen? I mean, when?
We met, I think it's been like 2.5 years now, something like that. 2 years.
What
years ago?
Who was president?
I don't know, but I mean, Reagan was. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, we met. It's kind of strange. I happened to be working in a studio, and David came in and was working on something with a group he had at the time, and we kind of crossed paths for 2 days and talked, and lost touch for about a year, met up again, and we were both looking for some sort of project to put together. And so we started experimenting with writing together.
So it started out with 2 guys, and then did it build to 5? I think it went to 5 people or 6.
Right now it's at 4 people.
4 people?
Yeah.
Okay. When I saw you play at the machine, what was it called?
The music machine.
The music machine. There was you and David and 2 girls,
and our bass player.
And a bass player. That's 5.
Yeah.
Did somebody leave?
Yeah, we lost one of the girls. So,
yeah.
So that's okay.
What did you lose the one that can arrange?
No.
You got her. You still have her? Okay, good. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
Can we play Third World City for everybody?
Sure.
Okay, this is something that Michael and David and the New Americans did called Third World City. So give it a listen. We'll be right back. Yes, this is Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, and we're here having a good time tonight. And 2 of the New Americans, Michael Bernard and David Fish, are here with me and my engineer. And we played for you before Third World City. What else happened on that tape? There's something else on the tape, I think, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a song, it's called Rampage in Overtown.
Was that written by you guys? Or what?
Yeah, we wrote it together. In fact, this was the first thing that...
First thing we've ever written together.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to get it?
Quick.
Yeah, about... The initial idea came in about 20 minutes. And
Really?
Then it took us about 2 weeks to kind of put it together.
Oh, that's what happens sometimes, you know?
Yeah.
It takes time, doesn't it? And patience, too, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what kind of help did you get from the girls in the group? Were they instrumental in the arrangement, or was...
The girls came in on as far as when we decided that we needed background vocals.
I see.
And David would sit and do vocal arrangements with them.
I see. It must have been fun, though. I mean, you know, it takes time, though. You know what I mean? You can't. Nothing comes overnight. You know? It's just like sometimes it takes a couple of years, even. You know? But you got to wait for it. You got to wait for it because it's worth it. You know. Anyway, let's play "Rampage in Overtown" now by the New Americans. Yes, this song here. This is just a little segment of Rhapsody in Blue for y'all. Yes, for the last hour you've been hearing 409 by the Beach Boys, Superwoman by Stevie Wonder, Love is a Long Road by Tom Petty, The Power of Love by Gary Wright, Dream Weaver by Gary Wright, Surfer Girl by the Beach Boys, Meet Me in My Dreams Tonight by Brian Wilson, Really Want to Know You by Gary Wright, Connection by the Rolling Stones, Third World City by the New Americans, I Saw Mommy Kissing Santa Claus by Phil Spector, and now we're going to do a little more talking with the New Americans, and then we're going to play some more stuff. All right, now, guys, what's happened funny these days? Anything, any humorous things happen, or?
Well,
Go ahead, go for it.
Yeah, on the way here tonight it was kind of wild. I said, Michael.
Well, okay, now this is...
This is great. I go, Michael, let's take the Barham exit. Doesn't that get us into Burbank? And then he goes, oh, yeah, but why? And we're like on the road and we're driving, and he's asking me for the exit. And he goes, well, aren't we going to Pasadena? I went, Pasadena?
I was still under the impression that KROQ was in Pasadena. Okay? It's been a while. It's been a while.
I go, Burbank.
That's funny.
So we turned around. We were on the 10 out by Palm Springs.
Yeah.
Oh, God. No, please. Not that
we
far.
hit San Bernardino, I knew we went a little bit too far.
Wow. Okay, so you guys have a lot. You're going to be at Club Lingerie in June, is it?
Yeah, June 26th, Tuesday.
Yeah, and the last show you played, you had dark glasses on and playing the drums. Are you going to do the same thing?
Yeah.
Well, if I come, can I wear dark glasses?
Okay, all right.
Are you going to wear them?
This time I will. I'll wear my dark glasses.
For this event, probably everybody will.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Dark glasses night.
Everybody that should come down and wear some form of dark glasses with some bright colored rim or multicolored rim.
Yeah, something kind of freaky like Elton John would do, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Michael will be in orange. So.
Okay, so now I'm sort of confused as to what we're going to play here. I think we're going to run some commercials, and then we'll be right back. Now, you just listened to Advice for the Young at Heart by Tears for Fears and Sunshine of My Life by Stevie Wonder. Now I'd just like to talk to David and Michael again of the New Americans. What do you have to read? Does somebody have something to read?
Yeah, we got something to rewrite here. This is 106.7 KROQ FM.
Pasadena, Los Angeles. It's the only thing happening.
It's totally hip.
Now let's do a couple commercials and we'll be right back with more music. Hi, this is Brian Wilson of the Beach Boys, and I'm here tonight sitting in for Rodney Bingheimer on KROQ. We're going to hear now from the Young Jocks, okay? Folks, this is Brian Wilson again, wishing you a Merry Christmas in advance because things are looking like it looks like it might start up again. And, well, maybe I'm talking crazy, so maybe I should just clean my act up here and just get the next record on, and I hope you enjoy it. Oh, actually, what you've just listened to, that's another thing I want you to know. You just listened to Jocks Cousteau by the Young Jocks, Still Within the Sound of My Voice by Linda Ronstadt, Adios by Linda Ronstadt, Love and Mercy by me, Brian Wilson, and Connection by the Rolling Stones. Brian Wilson again on KROQ, KROQ 106.7 FM, and I'm having a lot of fun tonight. we've played just about, dozens of really great records. And my album, my solo album that I did last year, did fairly well on the market. There's a lot went into that, of course. When you make a record, you go in with an overall feeling. You don't just sometimes know exactly what the notes are going to be, but you kind of have the overall feeling of the record you're making. And that's kind of what I do. I guess sometimes it's like being blind and then being able to see later what you thought you'd see. But anyway, that's kind of confusing, isn't it? No, but the album itself was a 1-year production, costing over $1 million. And each of these cuts were tailor-made for a different segment or a different kind of audience. And I want to play for you something that I think was a very special little segment that we did on this album called Rio Grande. Now, this is Brian Wilson again, and you've heard Trombone Dixie by the Beach Boys, Walking the Line by Brian Wilson, Backgrounds by the Beach Boys, Hang On to Your Ego by the Beach Boys, Rio Grande by Brian Wilson, Living for the City by Stevie Wonder, My Obsession by the Rolling Stones, and Isn't She Lovely by Stevie Wonder. We're going to go into a couple commercial breaks here, and then we'll be back with some better music. Hi, this is Brian Wilson, and you're listening to KROQ KROQ 106.7 FM, Pasadena, Los Angeles. And we're still here, of course. We only have about 14 minutes left, but I want you to listen to this next cut. And I have forgotten what I queued up. What did I queue up? Oh, my solo album again. I'm going to play a song called There's So Many from the Brian Wilson solo album. And lyrically, I thought that working with Eugene Landy and Alexandra Morgan, his wife, was quite interesting. And I thought the collaboration effect was very positive. And I want you to hear this song. Hello, this is Brian Wilson again here rocking for you. We just heard from me, Brian Wilson, on There's So Many and Baby Let Your Hair Grow Long. We're going to break for one commercial, and then we'll be right back. Hi, this is Brian Wilson. You heard In My Room by the Beach Boys, and you heard Christmas, Baby Please Come Home by Phil Spector. And now you're going to hear the last song of the night called Caroline No by the Beach Boys. And Love Line is coming up, so hang in there for Love Line. Also, I'd like to thank Gene Landy and Alexander Morgan, my collaborators, for being patient with me today in the recording studio. And I'd like to say hello to George and Fran Morgan out there. And just anybody I might have forgot about, just I'll make sure that I say hello to you too. And I was very honored to sit in for Rodney Bingenheimer tonight. And have a happy old partner. Bye-bye.
Hi. I just wanted to tell Brian Wilson, man, the legend that you are and the great guy that you are, thanks a lot for coming here to KROQ. We should give him a round of applause.
Yeah. Thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate that. It's not real easy being a legend, but I must tell you, it's exciting. Okay?
I wanted to ask you one question. I don't know if you covered this at all in your 3-hour show, but I heard on the news a couple of weeks ago, and I was concerned for you. Yeah. Was it your brother or your cousin was trying to say that you weren't competent to handle your own finances, and
he tried to.
Was that your brother? Or
no, it wasn't my brother. It was my cousin and his brother, and it was all a hoax. I mean,
yeah,
they're trying to the silly, absurd case they're trying to put on us, which is ridiculous,
Right. I mean, that's garbage. I would say worse, but we're on the radio.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, you seem totally with it. To me,
I certainly didn't like that, and I think we'll get through that real quick.
Oh, good. So you still have to go to court on that then?
Oh, well, I won't even go that far, I don't think.
Okay. Well, best of luck to you, and thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for being on here. That was awesome.
Have a good night. How long are you guys running now?
We're 2 hours now.
2 hours?
We handle love problems, of course, and yeah. Have you ever heard of Love Line?
Oh yeah, I've heard a lot of the stuff. Yeah, I kind of go all over the place, on the different radio stations, and but Rodney, especially Rodney,
he's your pal.
Yeah,
the legend.
Yes,
the legend himself, who's off in Europe right now, probably having a great time.
We're on our way, so have a good show, guys.
Okay, great. Thanks a lot. Okay, bye. There you go. The Beach Boy himself out. That's pretty hot, one of the all-time great bands.